Pokemon Desolation is truly a wild experience. It's got a lot of the same art and vibes as Reborn and Rejuvenation, and you get to pick to play as one of 6 characters. I went for the most dude-like one. And you start on a ship very similar to Rejuvenation. And unlike some games I've played, the dialogue in this one's quite good. And there's a few new gangs in town, including Team Crescent. The new characters are actually pretty fun and interesting. This guy's a douchebag, but I hear he has character development. Eventually things get a bit heated, and then the real desolation begins. You get stranded on a jungle island with only Mr. Douchebag as your companion, and all you have is a little campfire in the middle of nowhere. The next morning you find a bunch of stranded Pokemon on the beach, and you get to select one as your starter. I saw this seal in the ship, and I wanted him then. The seal can't seem to find its trainer. Oh, that's sad. Can we get it? So of course I picked him. You head down the beach and that's when things start getting weird. Because apparently there's tribal villagers in the jungle. Villager Adrian. Why has he got a spear? What is this? And they don't like me. Turns out they actually follow this crazy leader and they've somehow been mentally manipulated. Then you head deeper into the jungle and there's some Pokemon you can catch in the overworld. Wandering around in this jungle really has a cozy, natural, wild feel to it. It actually almost feels like a survival game without the survival needs. A lot of that's because there's only a couple healing points that you can access in the entire world. After a lot of trekking, you'll reach the cultist lair. Eventually you reach a mini-boss, and honestly to me this was the most impossible fight. I lost so many times, and I had to keep leveling up over and over again. Normally for these reviews I like to at least get through the first gym, but I put a solid 6 hours into this game, and I've barely even put a dent into the jungle. So be prepared to explore a lot. On the bright side, shiny rates are really high in this game, and I think all of the shinies are brand new, which makes for some colorful surprises. This is a really fun, unique little idea for a Pokemon game. It's like a survival game without being a survival game. And it's kind of got like a mystery and like a philosophical twist to it, which is fascinating. The jungle is amazing. And the characters, just like its predecessors, are also top tier. My only real complaints is that the opening to the game is so similar to Rejuvenation, they're almost identical. And if you're looking for a more focused game, I would say this is more about just wandering around and finding things than it is about focusing on going from one end of the route to the other, which could be a positive or a negative depending on the person. Either way, it's a top tier game. If you'd like to get this game yourself, just Google Pokemon Desolation. Should be the first link right on Reborn Evolved, and then you just have to scroll on down till you hit the download right here, and that'll give you a bunch of links to the left over here. You'll download a zip file called Pokemon Desolation. Just right click, hit extract files with WinRAR, or use 7-zip, download 7-zip on your own and hit extract files to a location of your choice. Open up the location and you can hit the game right here. Another very easy one. Does not require an emulator.